Explore. Discover. This is The Human.
Let's call it what it is. We're not used to use the word human to call others like that, or to call ourselves like that. And that's part of the recognition, because we're not used to just go around and say, hello, human. Hello, good morning, human. And it's very weird. It's very weird. But I think it's part of the process to recognize our own humanity and to recognize others and to find that sameness. We need to start actually thinking that way, even though the name, even though it would not be that way. We would not be saying, hello, human teacher, and hello, human neighbor. But inside, in a very intrinsic way, at a very deep level, we're saying hello neighbor, hello teacher, hello everybody, hello human, hello fellow human. We are not used to see ourselves as humans. We're only able to interpret the word human in relation to our bodies, to the biology and the physiology of it. We only relate to the word human when we are talking about our bodies, how they work, or the physical appearance of a human. But other than that, we don't really see ourselves as humans. Maybe in another area, like in humanities or philosophy, if they're talking about something in philosophy, they might use the word human to refer to us. Or maybe when we're talking about human rights, but when we're only trying to refer to the lackness of some human notions, that, or when we're talking about anything that has to do with that topic. But in reality, we rarely think or talk about being human or referring ourselves as humans. We are so used to being in the silos. It's either has to do with our race, or the color of our skin, or our languages, or where we come from, or nationalities. So we are still really working in silos because of all those differences, that we're still working within the differences. We're not working within the sameness. It's never about the sameness and what really makes us equal. We're always looking for that equality, but we rarely concentrate on talking about that equality at the most basic level, which is the human one, the sameness and the connection that we all share. And this is one of the main reasons why we're not used to refer ourselves about humans. It's why the term human comes kind of weird to us, and we're not able to refer to it in a sense that talks about ourselves and about others. I think that we could have humanities classes from third grade all the way through middle school and high school. I think that if we expose the kids to these concepts and we start forming this critical thinking about the human, asking questions about it and exploring a little bit more about it, then whenever they get to high school and it's already time to decide, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? They will be able to at least have the human as the center of everything. Having this foundation will definitely make a big impact wherever these kids decide to go and whatever they decide to do. It will make such a big difference in the world as we know it, And so in the future.
Follow us in Facebook at The Human Experience.
Kids nowadays, they don't have a very optimistic outlook of the future. They think that things are the way they are and there's no way to change it, but it's because of that narrative that we have shared where the human is just like, it seems like the human is just a puppet that is managed by the instances and has nothing to do with everything. It's incapable of doing anything. And even though a lot of these concepts are changing and they're becoming very optimistic, and we talk with a lot of hope with all these things, kids or in general, nobody feels the responsibility of changing the world or changing their future. It depends on us. It's just something that is outside of us. And that's when the concept of humanity and what we really are, and right now, the experience that we're having right now, we are not only puppets, but we are the ones that are in charge of changing, of at least of looking at this process and realizing what is wrong with this picture and what is it that we need to do. So I think this concept, changing this concept and changing the narrative would help us all see things in a different way and work towards really what we think is better for everybody. I used to have a student that I was helping him with math, and he used to do a lot of the math operations mentally. But he was making, even though he was trying to make them really fast, he was making a lot of mistakes. So when we came back to do them on paper, I realized that he didn't understand the process of how to make simple operations. He didn't have that. It kind of like he skipped it. He didn't know how to do it. When I talk about the human, it reminds me of this story, because in the same way, it's like we miss a big chunk of information that we were supposed to have, that it was basic from the beginning for us to keep moving forward. So it's like we want to graduate, but we haven't completed the credits to graduate. We want to become better humans or the next humans. We want to go into the next level, but we haven't realized that we miss the basics. We are not ready for the next level because we haven't learned what we are supposed to learn from this level. Somehow, somewhere, it looks like we went through these concepts too fast. We missed them or we didn't pay attention to them, and we're not sure how this works. It's like we're trying to move ahead, but we don't even know where we're at. And we won't pass this level until we check all the marks. And we need to learn to be human and what does that really entails in order to move forward into the future. At the end of everything, there is no future without the human. I keep asking myself, how do we pretend to be anything else? How do we pretend to move forward if we don't know where we're at? If we don't know what we're doing? How do we try to pass this if we haven't realized what is it that we're doing? We haven't realized what the purpose of this. I don't see us using this experience as to learn about being human. And then there's no moving forward. We're always just repeating the same level. And adding more things to it, but we're actually not moving forward. We're just stuck. To move ahead, there needs to be a change of thought, but it also needs action. We also need to realize and become aware of the tools that we're given in this experience, to use them and to improve them in order to change our reality. And by changing our reality, we will change our future, which should be the ultimate goal.
Learn more at www.thehumancapacities.com.